Hello and welcome, my friends. What's the date today? December the 6th. I should know this. Now, I am really sorry that for whatever reason, Facebook did not post my, hey, I'm going live. So I'm just going to hope that you know that I'm here. Oh, I have to fix my camera. Excuse me. A little too far forward. Alrighty. Insights unavailable. Just watching my screen. Oh my goodness. Okay, so guess what I have? Yes, this is what I have. I have got the new Celebration. And the new mini catalog. Now, this is my copy, and I cannot open it. As demonstrators, we are not allowed to open it as of yet. However, I have a shipment of these catalogs coming to me, and if you don't have a demonstrator, and if you need a catalog, then reach out to me. Let me know. Okay, they will go to people that have purchased from me in the past, the past year, that is. And if you need one, let me know. Alrighty. I'm going to put that away. It's really awesome, by the way. I just can't tell you, can't show you too much yet. Anyway, so my name is Sandy of Lolly and Sand, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. This is also my birthday week. Yeah, we don't just do one day. So from December the 5th to the 9th, any order that you place this month, and you use my host code, my current host code, I will send you my December card kit. Ta-da! So you don't know exactly when my birthday is, but it's this week. And then, wow. Okay, I have to show you the box. Ooh, can I? Without knocking everything over? Okay, so this is the, I'm forgetting the name of it for some reason. Timeless Greetings kit. This is a kit. And it comes in this really cool box. I'll show you the sides. Hopefully it doesn't go out of focus. Isn't that cute? So when you're not creating, you just put everything back in the box. How cool is that? It's very cool. So what I did is I pulled out one of everything so you can see what's in the box. Now, I just want to mention again, sorry, Facebook did not say that I was going live. Bad Facebook. But I am here. So definitely say hi. If you're new to me as well, say hi. This is my first time here. Hello, Gail. And tonight we are going to be not making cards exactly like the kit. I can show you what those look like. Okay. These are two examples, and I made them pretty close to what the kit says. They're two examples of how you can make the cards. I'm going to show you other ways of making the cards that will stretch these resources just a little bit further. And that's what we like, right? See what we can do with them. So it's a really awesome kit. It's masculine. This is a masculine card kit that you're joining me tonight for. And I'm going to show you the parts of this. Here we go. Okay, so in every kit, you get an ink spot. So this is the ink spot. Here's the full size. Okay, but this is going to work for everything you need in the kit and past that as well. If it happens to dry up and you don't have the full ink pad, you can always get the re-inker. It's true. Anyway, I like to save these, so I haven't opened it. You also get a block as well, an acrylic block. It's different than the blocks that we sell individually. I happen to like these because I like gripping onto them, so I haven't actually used this one. You get stamps. And the cool thing about stamps is you can reuse them over and over and over. So it's not just a kit, it's an after the kit too. Alrighty. Oh, there's Claire. Hello, Claire. Welcome. Alrighty. Okay, so here's what you get. Happy birthday. We're going to use that. I can always count on you. a clock, a world, time to celebrate, and this one is a little harder to read because I have the stamp on there. Let's see what it says. It says, you make the world a better place. So when you think of it, this is a more masculine card kit, but all of those sentiments work for any cards, as do the elements. Good thought. All right, here's some of the, speaking of elements, these are their little copper-looking diamond shape, I believe. We have got card bases, white on the inside. This is cool. I don't know if you can see, I think you can see the pattern on there. Yeah, you can. Alrighty, you get some silver metallic. I might as well pull out both. So this one I did for my sample, and I'll show you that again at the end. Stamp the world on here, and for this one, you stamp the clock hands. You get a bunch of these for the sentiment layers. These are for the sentiments. You can see the copper in there. And you know what? I used to shy away from mixing, like copper, silver, copper, gold. Go for it. Go for it. Absolutely. These, now I'm like, where did I put the cards? Okay, so these would be the chain that holds the pocket watch. These are, one extra there. Okay, this is what they intended for the front of that card, and this is what they intended for the front of this card. Cut these up, definitely use them. Isn't that cool? All right, keep those off to the side so you don't forget. Okay, you get your glue dots. 2 different styles of envelopes that obviously match here and here. And don't forget, your envelopes also make awesome card parts as well. Take them apart. I have one that's all ripped apart. Of course I do. Of course I do. And set that over. And then, of course, you get the instructions. I'm really bad for following instructions. Really bad. I just look at the picture and go, yes. So if I have any questions, but if you have questions about it, then you simply open it up and it tells you, without words, because this goes to different countries as well, all the steps it takes. This is where they want the dimensionals and so on. So it's pretty simple. You stamp, you put together, you're done. I think there's a video. I know there's a Stampin' Up! Video for that, so you'll want to find that. So anyway, yeah, in this class we're using Timeless Greetings card kit, and we're gonna make a couple cards. Please feel free to share my video with your friends either now or later. And let's see how we get started. So I've got everything in. I keep these bags, you know, that you get from, what was this from? Stampin' Pierce Mat. I keep them because they're good for holding hard parts when you have a video and a whole bunch of stuff. Because this has been a busy week. I just did my, I just sent out my Christmas cards today. It's true. It's true. I did my Christmas cards. We just had our Christmas party. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you additional cards, or card that I've made, and cards from our Christmas party, because we had a really fun Christmas party, our team, virtual. Okay, so here's the card base, and it's already scored. You can see that line there. So all you're going to do is fold in half, and you know me, I have to use my bone folder. Ta-da! Now, I have to bring, because I don't want my desk messed up, a piece of, it's an envelope, just an envelope, and soft suede, and the world. Dun, da, da, da. You know what I need? Do I have one handy? I don't think I do. Okay, well, you know what? I'll just put my basic black paper underneath. I like a little cushion underneath because these are photopolymer, also known as clear stamps. You want something underneath. Now, I just cleaned these, so I'm going to do one of these. Cool. And all I'm going to do here is, now, if you know your geography, you know which way this goes, but I'm really going to mix things up. Oop, good and stuck. Now you can see why I have my paper underneath. Now I'm going to I'm going to stamp the entire front of this. One thing you don't want to do, and I am so guilty of this, is I've done the whole outside and then hardly left myself any room on the inside. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So put some on the inside before you get too far along. That is kind of an important tip. Now my bright light is right in my field of vision. There we go. I do apologize if Facebook sometime tonight decides that it's going to post that I'm doing a card class. Card class is right now. If you're watching the replay, well, then you can still comment and share. Comment and share. I'd appreciate it. Because if you saw my post, I have a rather lofty goal this year. My goal is to be able to go to a Stampin' Up! Event for leaders that is in Las Vegas. Oh yeah, I have never been to Las Vegas. Never, ever, ever. I'm trying to figure out how to fit that in there. Right about like that. But a few things I need. One is a lot of sales. I think, tell me if Facebook's messing up, by the way. Because I keep seeing it going, you know, doing that little circly dude. And it can't be my internet. I am connected to an Ethernet cable. And my son-in-law says that I will not have problems. Tell that to Facebook, you know? Alrighty, well, comments, of course, are always really slow to appear. So we will just keep going. So I'm basically, coloring myself. Basically coloring myself. I think that's, you know what, I'm going to put one more over here. One more little bit, see what we can fit right here. So I didn't put a whole lot of thought into that. You may have noticed. It's not necessary. You don't have to. This is a really simple card. And I'm just showing you a way that you can make this card outside of the parameters of what it shows on the directions. Okay, so for the sentiment, I'm going to use Evening Evergreen, one of my favorite greens. Actually, I think it is my favorite green. And I want this one, Happy Birthday. Wow. I don't know if you saw that. I really squished in there, like really way too much. There we go. Happy birthday. Alrighty. They stamp beautifully. So the kits are as high quality as the rest of the stamps. So that's something good to know. Okay, we are done the stamping part. So get rid of some of the stuff that gets in my way. Now this you would have to know. I have already die cut it. So I wanted a circle. These are the layering circles that would be really close to the edge. So I can't really tell you what size. Just go with the one that's closest to the edge. Okay, and if you're like me, you have got a ton of scraps everywhere. Like I saved them, but now I want to use them. I want to use my scraps. So what I did, this is Evening Evergreen. This is Real Red. And if you remember in the annual catalog, stripes and splatters. I haven't used these for a while. So I ran this one through the splatters and this one through the stripes, but I didn't want them straight, so I put them on an angle. Just to be different, you know? There was something I was going to tell you. Oh, the sizes of these, that might help. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, these are scraps. The Real Red is 3/4 of an inch wide by 3 3/8 inches long. The Evening Evergreen is 1 inch by 3 inches. And then, remember I said I had cut up one of the envelopes? This is a little piece of one of the envelopes. I was playing around deciding what I was going to do, and then I decided on this little piece right here. This is 3/4 of an inch wide by 2 1/8 long. And now we get to the super simple part. So I'm going to use, I'm hoping if I run out, then I'll simply switch to regular glue. So this is the back. This is the emboss and the deboss side. So, oh, I didn't really tell you the size of this because it's in the kit, but this will be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, or in this case, 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. All right. We're just going to attach these. You know, I really haven't embraced using, oh, that was supposed to go underneath. Oopsie, I can do it. I haven't really embraced using Stamp and Seal, but let me tell you this, your fingers are a whole lot less messy. A whole lot less. So, I'm not getting too particular here. Ta-da. Alrighty. This, I forgot to tell you, this is not basic white. Or what is it? Yeah, basic white. This is very vanilla. I know. Something I rarely use. Okay, I'm going to do am I going to do this? I am going to do this. But I want it offset because I'm feeling wonky. So we offset that ever so slightly to show off the glimmer paper. And this is the glimmer paper where you get the 3 different colors. And this one is the Evening Evergreen. I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals, of course. Of course. 3 will suffice. We've got 2 layers here. 1 and 2 and 3. And we can go right about, so not too concerned about this, but I do want the words straight. Go. And I know this is a masculine card, but I can't help it. I have to put something glimmery on. So I'm using basic red rhinestones. Really, really simple. And we'll go here. And upside down and backwards. And come to Sandy. There we go. Should we put it on here? Yeah. So you see I'm still making my triangle. And if I so choose, if I choose, and I do, I could put another one up here. Because this is a lot of area that's not used. That was intentional. I didn't want to use a square. I just didn't. Or a rectangle. None of the above. I wanted round. That is card number 1. See how easy that was? What do you think? I do want to know what you think of the cards. And like I said, I have more to show you at the end. Whoops-a-daisy. There we go. There's card number 1. Card number 2 is a little more involved. And the pieces are over here. Alrighty. Oh, shock. Now I'm back to my regular base. I have lots of pieces to pull out of there. Alrighty. But we want, let's stamp our sentiment and get that out of the way. I want this one. Yes. Yes. Oh, I have 2 things of stamping. Pardon me. I'm going to try it without something underneath. We'll give you the sizes of everything in a moment. Okay. So, this piece does matter, though. Oh, and my note says turn over because I wrote big. And I don't. I have to have the measurements. Okay. This piece is going to stay this size. So, you'll want this measurement, which is 1 1/4 by 4 7/8. This doesn't matter because it will be cut out. I'm using Tuxedo Black Memento. So I want a nice dark image. There we go. Beautiful. And that can go to the side. And then the clock. Alrighty. I also just gave that one a clean, so yep, we'll make sure. So all I'm going to do here is go kind of wonky. Whoa, did you see what I just did? Unbelievable. I want to make sure that's not going to stamp. Do it again. Messy, sandy. Oh my goodness. That's horrible. Apparently, I've got my strength back. Thank you, by the way, for all your kind comments. That was a weird cold. I did do the COVID test and they came up negative, but honestly, I could not smell anything. I could not taste anything. I had 0 energy. So my daughter's like, well, maybe you had COVID. Well, I didn't. I mean, I spent so much time at home. I finally got out. And now when I'm going out, I'm using a mask because, you know, whatever that was, I don't want it again. I do not want it. Lid. All right, so that was Tuxedo Black Memento. And we've got our stamping, so we'll get that out of the way. Let's go back to our base. Oh, and I've inked my fingers. This is why I have a cloth. Clocks. So it's very random, and it doesn't matter which side's up or down. It really doesn't. Okay, here's my white base. 4 1/4 by 11, scored. I've pre-scored at 5 1/2. And if you don't own a bone folder, you need one. Oh, see, now that's not straight. That's funny. One side is and the other side isn't. So we'll go like this. I'm using my fingernails to get this even at the bottom. And then, there we go. Alrighty. So remember, and do I need to cut this? I do. This is the card base that I used on card number 1. And the card bases that you get in the kit. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut this down. So I'm going to cut the card base down to 4 inches wide and keep these pieces. You might find a use for them. 4 inches wide by 5 1/4. All right. That is our paper trimmer. My favorite paper trimmer. Alrighty. So I got this brilliant idea to be messy. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to rip. And you notice everyone says just rip down, rip down. No, I want you to see the white in places. I do want you to see that. So I'm going to rip up and down. You're going to see the white from the back coming through. And how you rip this is entirely up to you. How much you want to rip, again, entirely up to you. Entirely. Okay, that's number 1. I do want to show you that I do, of course, have that cut out as well. And again, a larger circle. And this time, because of this, I want this on here, but I want this popped up. Don't make it any harder than it has to be, Sandy. Okay, here's another measurement. So in some cards, I think it was the team cards, I had a lot of real red triangles left over. So I went, I'll give you the measurement this way, and then you're just going to cut from corner to opposite corner. So this is 2 1/2 inches wide by 4 1/4 long. Again, just cut corner to corner. Measurement doesn't completely matter, and the reason for that is because you can do what you want on your cards. Nobody's going to stop you. So if you want the triangles smaller, go for it. I have to think about this. Seems awfully noisy upstairs. I'm trying to figure out what they're doing. Do I want it like that? Or do I want it like that? I think I want it like that. Yeah, we'll go like that. Pardon me. And then, oh, there's more pieces. This, remember the larger piece I showed you? This is cut into a 1-inch strip. So it's 1 inch by, let me think about it. I wrote it down. 4 3/4. Okay, 1 by 4 3/4. And we're going to go kind of like that. All right, I'm going to have to put some things down so we get the gist of what's going on here. One thing I wanted to mention is I have an alternative class for this particular kit, the Timeless Greetings. Can't believe I remembered the name this time. And for this class, all you need to do is purchase the kit. It's $29. And what we'll be doing is making some alternatives. And just because, I mean, I can make them here, but let's make some more in class. So if you order that in December, and you need to use my host code, which I'll put in the comments, you're going to get that class free. All right, so there's that piece, and there's that piece. So, okay. Yep, like that. I had to think about it. So far, we've not popped anything up. Well, that was messy. Do you ever find yourself just getting like messy? I'm not rushing. I am not rushing. I am not rushing. I had so much fun with my grandson this morning. We did Play-Doh. We did building. We put candy canes on the tree. Oh boy. A little drawing. Played with some little cars. I consider myself a very lucky person, you know, that I get to be there with him every day. All right. Oh no, where are my scissors? Oh, uh-oh. Sandy, I'm not ripping this part. I am not ripping. Oh my goodness. Okay, so these are my scissors from high school. They're lefties. That's horrible. And I don't usually use them for this, but apparently my other scissors, oh, I know why, because I'm doing some paper quilling and they're in the other room. There we go. So we're just cutting the excess off because that's going to hang over the card. And we don't want that. We don't want that. Alrighty. Let me just make sure. Yep, video looks good. Oh, hi, Bea. Good. And I am seeing comments, so that is good. That is good. Alrighty. So, we're going to put that on. We're going to put that on. Yes, we are. Alrighty. So we'll get kind of snazzy here. I will put, by the way, the number for the kit so you don't have to go searching for it. I will put that in the comments. All right. So as you can see, this is messy. I want this edge and that edge to be the same distance from the sides. So we're going to do our very best. I guess we can do top and bottom as well, but I think the edges are easier. Not putting it down yet. I put something on so crooked today. And I'll show you how to resolve that problem. Okay, now we'll bring this in. And remember I said I want to pop this up. So let's get that up on dimensionals. It was a little bit tricky getting it onto this piece. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little tricky. It was. Okay, and getting it straight, because I didn't really like taking it off this silver. I didn't want to damage it. Okay, it's about as straight as we're getting for right now. Now this, I am going to glue down. I'm not popping it up twice. When I went to the post office, I said to the woman, she said, "Are these all the same?" I went, "No." Of course not. Just cards I've been making for how long? No, they're not the same. Some were really thick. Anyway, she measured all of them and, you know, put it through the slot. They all went through. I just hope they don't get, you know, squashed. Okay, I'm missing one little piece, which is fine because we can make that up. Alrighty. Now, I have not used these for ages. This is from the He's the Man sets. You get 2 pages of these punch-out pieces. And I decided this was just a little empty for me, so I decided I would do this. Then I decided the car, or the van rather, was just floating around in nowhere. So I had another piece of the envelope. Yes, that little piece there. And please tell me this is the good one. And I'm going to put that under his wheels to make it look like he's actually driving on something. Oh yeah. And maybe I'll just slide that just a little bit. I like my wiggle time. But again, also enjoying, you know, not. So that's going to go there. I'm going to pop this up. Maybe give that a couple seconds to dry. And we're not done yet. Gracious, no. How could we be done? I just have to check something. So that's going to go there. So I can put one here. I want to give it support because this is... It's not quite as thick as cardstock. Okay, one down here. There we go. I'm probably missing your comments, but I do tend to get distracted. I get distracted, yeah. Oh, look, shiny. What? Oh, I'm doing a video. What? Alrighty, let's put the van on there. I always loved VW vans. I always thought they're like the coolest. Not done. Okay. Now, I'm not going to use this, the string I showed you which isn't string, that I showed you on this card. I'm not using that. I have to make my own, of course. So, and I don't need it to be quite this long. This, and the big honkin' scissors again. I can't believe that after many years that my those are still sharp. I have never sharpened them. And I love Tomac a lot. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm breaking this apart because in here, I think you can see that. Here, put on this color. In here, there's a white cord, and I don't want that in there. So I'm going to pull it out. I don't need that for anything. Oh, and it's still with me. And then we're just going to fray that other end. And I may end up cutting that down a fair bit. This is the tried and true method of how to fray the ends. They're too neat. I'm excited to show you card number 3, and I'll show you what happens when you don't put something on super straight. There's always a way. There's always a way. And that's why I like cards like this, because other than the sentiment, the rest of it, well, maybe that, the rest of it doesn't completely matter. Even if this was, oh my gosh, it is crooked. At least it's not upside down. I can't believe I did that crooked after trying. I don't know if I can get that back up either. Not on video. I'll maybe try after. Alrighty, so all I'm going to do is, should have waited to do that part, is pull that through here, through the little top of this pocket watch. I am going to make a knot to make it stay put. And then I have one other trick to make it stay put. So there's one, and I do want to knot it. And then see if those are too long. Oh, yes, they're too long. Come down shorter. And then we'll just keep fraying them a bit. And like I said, stay to the end, because I have some another card using this kit. I was having fun. I was like, I had to stop myself because my daughter needed help. She's doing little chocolates. Just trying to think, anybody here? No, we're good. There's no family here, so they won't know what they're, one of the little table gifts they're getting at Christmas is going to be a bag of chocolate. There's coconut, chocolate coconut, and there's chocolate with smashed up candy canes. My little toddler grandson had a blast using his little plastic hammer smashing them. He was having so much fun, but I just made it. I'm like, I have to stop because she needs help filling all these molds because the chocolates are like that big. So, okay, so I don't want these going all willy-nilly. I do not. So there's a glue dot here, and I'm going to fold it and squish it. And then I'm going to squish these two together, put this down. Hopefully we get it in a decent spot, but either way I can always lift it. And I'm going to hide that glue dot. So I am going to hide that glue dot so you can't see it. Patience, darling. Oh, that's very tight. Don't want it. Be nice to your glue dots, but you can pull them off. That was too tight for me. That looked, you know, a little too obvious. Oh, and I still, you know where I find these. Okay, let's do that again. On my fingernails. Yes. Okay, so we're not going to do that so tight this time. It always works, you know, when you're doing your samples, and then when you go to do the video. Yeah, no. So we're going to try again. It's just about, you know, just be patient. It will work. I love the frayed ends. Not done. Oh, Sandy can lose something on her desk. They're right beside me, for crying out loud. They are right beside me. And the same red dots. Why not? Come here. And we'll go here. I really love the combination of Pool Party and Real Red and black. Like, I just think they are really complementary. And a little bit different, too. Like, not the same old, same old. Okay, so there's the cards we made tonight. Just do a little cleanup and get the lid on my glue and the lid on my Stampin' Seal. So there's two of the cards. I would love to hear what you have to say about them. Oh, hopefully it's all good. And you know what helps me? Even if you're a demonstrator and you're like, well, I'm not shopping with you, Sandy. You can still help me. And this sounds so utterly cheesy, but you can still help me by commenting, by liking the post, by sharing the post. If you already have a demonstrator, share the post. It's perfectly fine. Nobody minds. Okay, so there's those two cards. And here are the original, the way the kit suggested. I like my alternatives. I especially like this. So simple. But wait for it. Okay, you might be like, what on earth happened? I'm pretty sure you can see. You can see that. So I went to adhere it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so wrong. So I pulled it off and I went, crumple, 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 crumple. Because it's a masculine card, right? And this kind of looks like, to me it looks like, kind of like Tire Tracks Garage, something like that. So what I did is, this is the same paper again. I just cut a little piece. I don't know the size, doesn't really matter. Put this strip here, and this is the Painted Textures embossing folder, which I thought was perfect for this card. I crumpled this up, I curled the edges, messed it up, and then to put it together, there's all glue dots under any spot that's touching, has glue dots holding it on, because I just thought glue wouldn't quite work for that. Time to celebrate. So another birthday card. Ha! Ha! So I made, well, and then my samples and such. Oh, and then a really messy ribbon, or this is the black twine from the twine kit, and then the brushed brass sticky doos. I can't think of the name. So those are those cards. Those are three I made. Well, I made all these. I'm not sure they'll all show up in the picture, though. There. And then I wanted to show you from our Christmas party. Now, I only have 3 of the cards. I'll post all 4 of them, but I needed cards for the Christmas party, so they're gone. So here's one. I have teamed up with another demonstrator, and this is one of Jen's cards. So, and I changed it because I lost the ribbon, which I have subsequently found. So the ribbon would have gone right there instead of this little starry dude. So pretty. So our team got to make this card. They got to make this card. This is another one of Jen's cards. Now what I did is I added a different ribbon. I put on some embellishments, and then I used Wink of Stella. And I don't know if you can see the sparkles, but it's really sparkly and it's really pretty. And then my favorite card, well, the simple card was nice too, that I did. But this one here, I absolutely love the gray with the granny apple green. And this is paper from the current mini. It's the Halloween paper. All right. And then inside, I used more of that paper. And, oh, did you see that? How cool is that? How cool is that? So I happened to buy these little pop-up things from Michael's, actually, because I wanted the team to make something really cool and different, something we've not done. Again, I don't have the other card. I'm looking around because I usually have made several of them prior. Oh, I'm just looking at your question, Bea. No, you cannot just buy the Van punch outs. You get all of the paper that goes with it. So the punch outs are 2 pages. I have to be careful because I've used a whole bunch of them. Well, I've used a bunch there, like that. But the paper itself has cars and ties and I guess for barbecuers. I'm a vegetarian, so that means absolutely nothing to me. I still have some of this paper, which I love. I know it's upside down for you. And then this, which I really embrace the brown, the espresso, early espresso. Yeah, Come to Sandy. And then that one. Oh, that's the back of that one. There we go. So, yeah, unfortunately not. It's the whole 9 yards. But it is awesome paper. It really is. The reason I did this class tonight as masculine cards is because I have been struggling. So I'm like, enough of this. This is silly. This is silly. You know, I can make other cards. No problemo. Let's make some masculine cards. So there you go. Yeah, so I will post information about the class. And other than that, I think that's all I showed you the cards. Oh, of course, thank you for joining me. Again, if you need the catalogs, let me know. If you want to do the timeless, oh my goodness, timeless greetings alternative, I can speak, card class, then all you need to do is order the kit. I will see that you've ordered the kit using my host code. You must use the host code. And you are going to get that class free. It'll be a recorded class, just so you know. So you can do that at your leisure. Because we're very busy right now with Christmas and such. But you need to order the kit in December. That's what I have for you, my friends. Thank you again for joining me. And I will see you next Tuesday for another card class. Okay, bye-bye.